of Form 34A in order to compare them to those posted on the IEBC website. Our analysis of these 540 forms shows the following. 536 out of the 540 forms on the IEBC portal were legible. So when we compared ours to what was on IEBC, some we could not compare because not all of them were legible. 7 out of the 536 forms did not have official IEBC stamp. 1 out of the 536 forms was not signed by the presiding officer. And in one instance, the figure for Uhuru Kenyatta in the ELOG form was 86, but the figure in the IEBC form, which was then also transferred to Form 34B, shows 286, so a difference of 200 votes. On voter turnout, we noted that there was very low voter turnout. In relation to the the audit of the voter register, the total registered voters, ELOG's findings show that we have 19,611,423. KPMG had 19,646,673. The number of ID passports that were duplicates, ELOG had 81,024. KPMG had discovered 93,548. Duplicated ID passport records plus surplus records, ELOG had 169,646. KPMG had 197,677. ID records with more than 8 numeric characters in the field, ELOG had 44,101. KPMG had discovered 60,853. Records with numeric characters only in the names field, ELOG had 48. KPMG had 69. Records with letters only in the ID passport field, ELOG had 568. KPMG had 755. Those with a single name, either primary or second name only, ELOG found 11. KPMG had a 12, which shows that only one has been removed from the list since the KPMG exercise. And so those are some of the findings in the audit. So in conclusion, based on our observation of the last few days or a month or so, the overwhelming issue on the conduct of the fresh elections was whether the political environment created a conducive environment in which credible elections could be conducted. ELOG notes as follows. The first one is that the postponement of elections in 25 constituencies due to insecurity, violence, and tensions served to disenfranchise millions of Kenyans who were eligible to vote. Secondly, the absence of party agents, of some party agents, key party agents, and even observers in certain places other than the Jubilee agents who are present. Okay, let me read that. The absence of party agents other than Jubilee ones in the majority of polling stations, as well as observers in a large majority of the stations, severely compromised the transparency and accountability of the voting and counting processes. On the basis of the above challenges, ELOG concludes that the existing environment was not conducive for conducting a credible election. In addition, ELOG cannot authoritatively state whether the IEBC complied with all the directions of the Supreme Court. Our recommendations are as follows, and the first is on elections management. ELOG recommends that a comprehensive audit of the electoral process be undertaken. This process should involve as many stakeholders as possible, and lessons learned must inform the next phase of the electoral reforms. Some of the areas we've identified that are key for electoral reforms would include, number one, the voter register, which remains a contentious issue that must be addressed. We noted that in this instance, it was shared one day to the election, which is in contravention of the requirements of the law. We've already spoken to turnout being quite low. What happens when you're happening? Sorry. So let me just start again our recommendations from the beginning, and apologies for that. So on elections management, I spoke about the voters register, which remains a contentious issue that must be addressed. ELOG noted that the voter register was publicly shared one day to the election, which is in contravention of the spirit of the provisions of the Elections Act that requires adequate time be accorded to the voters to verify their details. Preliminary findings from our voter register audit indicate that IEBC has not managed to fully clean up the register after the KPMG audit, so more work needs to be done on the register. On the regulation of campaign financing, while the law on the same has been suspended, the Constitution gives IEBC the powers to regulate campaign finance under Article 88(4)(1). This area remains weak, and thus the competition is not on a level playing field. Electoral offenses continue unabated, and there is need for enforcement of the law by various agencies responsible, starting with IEBC, but also not forgetting the Office of the Prosecutor, as well as others. On voter education, this seems to have been a continuous challenge, and so our recommendation is that voter education must be continuous and consistent throughout the electoral cycle to help citizens see through fake news and misinformation. IEBC should also endeavor to provide simple, regular, and clear information to the public. Our second recommendation is around building a nation and promoting tolerance and harmony. The political divisions in this country immensely affected the fresh presidential elections. As the country readies itself to engage on either political settlements and, of course, possible petitions against the concluded elections, political leaders should promote a culture of tolerance and harmony and dissuade their supporters from engaging in violence. Our diversity as Kenyans should be a factor for celebration and appreciation rather than a point of fracture and tension. The third recommendation is around dealing with the scars of violence. ELOG recommends that the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution speedily investigates the numerous incidences of assault and killing of civilians in the run-up and during the just concluded elections. So far, no official report has been issued by the authorities. Kenyans, survivors, their families, and communities should be assured that the state does not condone violence committed by the police or any other person and will take all measures necessary to end impunity for these violations. Our fourth recommendation is around respect for institutions. The Constitution of Kenya vests power to several independent institutions to exercise their mandates. Two of these institutions, the IEBC and the judiciary, have come under heavy attack by political actors. ELOG recommends that respect for institutions must be upheld by all Kenyans, regardless of whether they are political or not. Equally so, the beholders of the said institutions should uphold the dignity of their offices by ensuring they conduct themselves in accordance with their delegated mandate and the provisions of the Constitution.
The sixth recommendation, national dialogue. There is a need for a national dialogue to address a broad range of social, political, and economic issues affecting the country. ELOG urges all stakeholders be involved in this exercise. Similarly, we urge that the terms of reference and agenda for this dialogue to be agreed upon by the relevant stakeholders within the shortest time possible. ELOG, as a Kenyan citizens platform, remains concerned about the lack of respect for the Constitution of Kenya that has been manifested during this period. These include attacks on the independent institutions, disregard for the rule of law, inclusivity and public participation, and flagrant human rights violations. It is clear that we also must work very hard to build confidence in the electoral process, as this is a key pillar of Kenya's democratic practice. Kenyans must make deliberate and purposeful strides to work towards cohesion by addressing the political challenges that hamper Kenya from realizing the aspiration promised and premised in our Constitution.
Thank you.
I think we're going to have the same version, a summarized version in Swahili by Bwana Latif Shaban.
This is
you were struggling with something.
The recommendations.
I think I would definitely go to the recommendations more than what you have shared in English.
Kwa muhtasari, leo ELOG tumetoa statement ya leo. Tunauliza kama Wakenya waliwajibika katika huu uchaguzi. Tunasema kwamba ile hali ya kisiasa iliyokuwa nchini haikuwa hali nzuri ya kuendesha uchaguzi ambao ungehusisha watu wote, wananchi wote wa Kenya. Na ripoti zetu za hapo mwanzo zilizungumzia mambo mengi ambayo hatuwezi kuyazungumzia hapa. Kitu muhimu tunaangalia tunatoa mwelekeo gani mbele ndio nchi yetu iweze kusonga mbele na tusisahau haya matatizo ambayo tumeyakumba wakati huu. Jambo la kwanza ni kwamba sisi kama ELOG tunaomba ule usajili wa wapiga kura wa Kenya hapa ambao hivi sasa ni kama milioni 19 uangaliwe tena, na watu wote ambao wanahusika na usajili wahusishwe, hasa tukiangalia kwamba waliosema KPMG ni milioni 19 na laki kama 6. Sisi pia tumeangalia tofauti ni kidogo sana, kama kidogo, yani si nyingi, tofauti sio nyingi sana. Ya pili ni kwamba masuala ya utumizi wa fedha wakati wa kampeni, hili swala lazima tuangalie, tujue hawa ambao wanafanya kampeni wanatumia pesa ngapi na hizi pesa zatoka wapi, manake wanatumia pesa nyingi sana. Jambo lingine ni kuangalia makosa yanayohusu sheria za uchaguzi. Kunazo taasisi mbalimbali ambazo zinahusika kuangalia nani wanafanya makosa, na tunaomba hizi taasisi ziweze kufuata wanaofanya haya makosa hata akiwa nani, na waweze kushtakiwa mbele ya sheria. Tukiangalia pia kwa pande ya wananchi ni kwamba masuala ya kupiga kura ama uwajibikaji wa uraia, hili swala tumelisahau, na ni muhimu Wakenya wafunzwe umuhimu wa kupiga kura na mazingira ya wapiga kura yaweze kuangaliwa bila kuingiliwa na upande wote wa kisiasa. Kujenga nchi na kuweza kusameheana pia ni muhimu sana katika kuangalia Kenya ya kesho inapokwenda. Hii migawanyiko ya kisiasa imeweza kuvuruga sana uwiano wa nchi yetu, na tunaomba katika sheria zetu uwiano iwe ni jambo la mbele, na wahusika wote waweze kukutana hivi karibuni. Tusingoje sana, tuweze kujua wale ambao wanapeleka siasa zetu mbele na washikadau wengine, tuweze kuzungumzia jambo la uwiano wa Wakenya, kuondoa hii migawanyiko ya kisiasa. Kiangalia pia masuala ya watu kutumia nguvu za kushambuliana, sisi tunaomba anasimamia watu kushtakiwa aanze kuangalia kwa undani makosa mbalimbali ambayo yalihusika katika huu uchaguzi, ambapo watu waliuawa wakati wa kuangalia hii kampeni za huu uchaguzi, na pia tuangalie makosa yaliyofanyika hasa kwa dada kushambuliwa, na ukiangalia watu wengi walipata tabu katika hii uchaguzi, watu kuuawa, watu karibu 60 waliuawa. Lazima tuangalie na tuweze kuwasaidia wale ambao walipata shida, wasaidiwe kiserikali. Jambo la muhimu pia ni kuangalia taasisi ambazo zimepewa jukumu ya kuangalia masuala mbalimbali ya utawala wetu hapa Kenya, hasa kama IEBC, yani shirika la kuangalia mambo ya uchaguzi, lipatiwe nguvu na liheshimike na kila mtu aliheshimu. Ya mwisho ni umuhimu wa kuongea katika national dialogue, mazungumzo yatakayohusu Wakenya wote kuongea pamoja, na tena na karidhi kuongea pamoja hivi karibuni, sikungojea siku nyingi, iweze Wakenya kusameheana. Masala ya uwiano tuanze kuzungumzia sasa, manake hii nchi inakwenda mbele, hairudi nyuma. na kama inakwenda mbele lazima tuanze kuangalia tunagombania wapi na ni kwa nini tuanza kugombana, na hili litahusisha kila mtu, kuanzia rais, kuanzia upande mwingine ambao ni wa kisiasa, kuanzia wanasiasa wote na Wakenya wote wanahusika na mambo ya uwiano. Jamani, tushikaneni tuwe kitu kimoja. Nafikiri hii ndio ilikuwa statement ya leo na tunashukuru ambao mmefika. Asanteni.
Okay,